Hi everyone, I'm back with my new video. I hope you all are good and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and you all enjoyed. Okay, so today are you guys wondering where am I? I'm so sorry, today I really didn't go out because the weather was not good. A whole day it was very bright, sunny and hot, and now the climate has really changed. It's kind of rainy outside and I was so lazy today, so I really didn't go out. So I thought I'll do this video at my house. Now so can we get into our main topic? English, communicative English. That's our main thing. That's why I'm here, to educate you, to improve you, and to learn English with you. We can learn together, isn't it? Yeah. So today, last session we talked about Indianism. What are the, how do we speak wrong English? How do we use certain phrases which really carry out a different meaning? But today, yes, it is connected with Indianism. Like we wished, last session we were talking about, like, how native speakers speak, how do they use English, how can we speak like a native speakers. So here are certain tips. Here are certain words or sentences, or rather I would say it as tips, which will help you to speak like a native speaker. All right, so we can begin with, yeah. For example, if I'm meeting my friend, or if I'm meeting my teacher, or if I'm meeting my headmaster or principal, or if I'm meeting a stranger, like, the first question is like, in English, how do we converse? For example, if you're meeting your friend, you'll be like, hi, how are you? And if you're meeting a teacher, hello teacher, how are you? And if you're meeting your principal, hello sir, how are you? So this is quite common, guys, like, how are you, how are you, how are you? Don't you think it's quite plastic? Like, we don't even expect a reply. It's just like a casual question. We ask, how are you, how are you, how are you? So the reply, we actually don't even expect the answer, because the answer will be, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good, I'm fine. How are you, how are you, how are you? So why don't we find an alternative for how are you? There are different ways that native speakers speak, it's not like typical how are you. So they use different terms, they use different phrases, or they frame it in a different manner, So see, can you hear? It's thundering. I cannot, predict the weather of Norway. It's like a roller coaster. Sometimes it will be sunny, sometimes it is rainy, and sometimes it's bloody cold. All right. Anyway, come back to the topic. Okay. So yeah. So we were talking how native speaker, they do use. I'm not saying they do not use how are you, but other than how are you, what are the terms what they use? How do they frame it? So we will be discussing. The first thing is like alternative ways to say how are you, other than how are you, how can you say that? So we can categorize that into three. One is casual or informal, like a friendly way, So how do you frame it casually? So casually we have different, I can take it as like 10 forms. Like first one is, you can say, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Instead of how are you, hey, how are you doing? So you can say, I'm doing well, thank you, right? Or else, I'm doing when you ask how are you doing, people will say, I'm doing good. I'm doing good is okay, but grammatically it's incorrect. You know why? Because I'm doing good is like you're doing something good in the sense of charity, you're helping someone. So that's not the right way to answer. So how are you doing? I'm doing well, thanks. That's one. And the second one, that is like, how have you been? How have you been? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, quite well. I'm okay. So the first one is, how are you doing? And the second one is, how have you been? So how have you been? Nothing much, everything is well. Okay, you can answer like that. And the third one, casually, with your friends and family I'm talking about. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Nothing much. Okay, everything is perfect. Yeah. And the other things, like, you just to get an update from your friend, after meeting your friend, like 1 week ago you met your friend, and after meeting your friend it's like, hey, what's new, like what's happening in your life, what's new. That's one. All right. And the fifth one, everybody knows, what's up. We use what's up very commonly, right? So it's just the same expression. It's like, hey, what's up, what's up. And the sixth one is typical British one, what are you up to, or what you're up to. That's much more casual, that's much more informal. Hey, what you up to, or what are you up to, meaning it's like a mischievous way. Hey, what are you up to, what are you doing, like, what are you up to. It's like more friendly way, what are you up to. And the seventh one is like, hey, how is it going, how is it going, all okay, how is it going, or so yeah, so your answer should be like, yeah, everything is going good, or everything is going well. And the other the eighth one is, how is everything, all okay, how is everything. And other than that, you can make it simple, how is things, how is things. Yeah. And ninth one is like, it's more or less like, again, the British thing, how is life treating you, how is life treating you. Yeah, it's okay, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm fine. That's the way. So what are the things we learned other than how are you doing? First one, how have you been? Then what's going on? Then what's up? American, typical American, what's up? Then typical British, what are you up to, or what you're up to, what are you up to, or what you're up to. How is it going? Yeah. Second, what's new? We forgot that. What's new? What's new with you? Then how is things? And then final, how is life treating you? So I hope you all understood this, and it is clear for you. So we are done with the casual, or what do you say, informal. Like you can speak this to your friends or your family, very casual way, very informal way, very friendly way. And the second one is like a formal. Formal is like, what do you mean by formal? Formal conversation. Have you heard formal conversation? Formal conversation is a conversation which you have with your teacher, with your principal, or with your boss, your colleague, or your co-worker, or somebody in your office, somebody in your school. That is more formal. How does the formal one works? We'll talk about that. Formal is, again, I said, if you're talking to your teacher, if you're talking to your principal, or if it's in an office, how do you talk with your boss, or how do you talk with your colleague, your co-worker. And colleague and co-worker is, just to give you one tip, colleague is British English, all right, and co-worker is American English. So colleague means the one who works with you. He's my colleague. Hello, this is Anilesh, he's my co-worker. Hello, this is Vanaja, she's my co-worker. That's American English. And if it's like, hey, hello, this is ABC, she's my co-worker, American. She's my colleague, British English. So just to educate you. Yeah. So coming back to the formal thing, when you're wishing your teacher, or if you're asking instead of how are you, what is the alternative thing which you can use with your teacher? So hello teacher, how do you do? How do you do? That means you're talking it in a very formal way, or else you don't know that person very well, so you're shaking your hands. Hello, how do you do? That's the right way. How do you do? And second one, are you well? I hope you're well. Hello teacher, instead of how are you, hello teacher, are you well? I hope you're well. That is again formal one. And you can either say if with a stranger, if you don't know that stranger much, not very acquainted with that particular person, are you well? Is your family well? You can ask that. Or you can say, I trust you are well. Or in some cases they use it's not very common, but just to educate you, it's like, how do you fare? But we don't use that much. It's just an alternative. How do you fare? So basically, the formal conversation, even if it's with teachers or principal, how do you do? Are you well? Or is your family well? Or I trust you are well. I think it's clear for you. So first we discussed about the casual ways with friends and with family. Second is formal conversation, like maybe with your boss, with your colleague or co-worker, or with your teacher, or with your principal, or with your boss in office, etc. So that was formal conversation. And the third one is like fun, especially that will be with your close friends, buddies. What you say, buddies, pals. In English we say different words for friends, right? One is buddy, one is pal, P-A-L, and the other is typical British English, mate. Hey mate, how are you? Sorry, not how are you. Hey mate, how's things? What's new? So mate is typical British English for friend. Hey mate, what's up? American. What's up is American, but still they use that in Britain as well. Hey mate, you okay? One more thing, in Britain they use you okay. That's also like how are you? Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay, I'm good. So yeah, the fun part. Fun part is like with a friend. Hey, howdy. Howdy. Howdy is like how do you do? The short form. Hey, howdy means how are you? How do you do? Then how is it hanging? How is it hanging? Hey, how is it hanging? Or hey, what's cooking? What's cooking means what's happening. Hey, what's cooking? Or hey, what's sizzling? Sizzling means, like same meaning of cooking. So our fun, you can ask your mate, your friend, your buddy, or your pal. Hey buddy, howdy means how do you do? Hey buddy, how is it hanging? Or hey, what's cooking? What's sizzling? This is the way how you use. I think it's pretty clear for you. So now I'll just quickly repeat it again. Instead of using how are you, what do you use? How is it going? What's new? What's up? That's informal. And formal, how do you do? Are you well? I trust you're well. How is your family? I hope your family is well. Is your family well? Okay, I think that's clear. Okay, now we'll go to the second session. That's like, for example, my friend helped me, so I say like, thank you. So the friend will answer like, you're welcome. That's quite common. Thank you, you're welcome. So now, what is the other alternative for you are welcome? Okay, how do native speakers speak other than the usage you are welcome? Okay, so first we'll talk about the informal one, the friendly one. So I am talking to my friend. Anilesh, thank you so much for helping me. So that's like Anilesh is it's like if informal communication between, Anilesh, thank you so much. That was really helpful, thank you. So if it's an informal communication, Anilesh will be like, it's typical British thing again. The British people, what they use, you are very welcome. You are very welcome. So instead of you are welcome, the Britishers use you are very welcome. Thank you so much, Anilesh, for filling the form up for me. You're very welcome. That's informal, again, typical British thing. Okay, now when it comes to American thing, thank you, Anilesh, thank you so much for helping me. No problem, no problem. That's it. Instead of you, instead of welcome, or instead of you are welcome, no problem. It's okay, no problem. All right. And the third one is like, for example, I have sent a friend's request. You all must be acquainted of Facebook. You all know about Instagram, Facebook. So my friend has sent a request for me, and I accepted that on the Facebook. So my friend is like, thank you so much for accepting my friend's request. No, thank you. So I am replying saying, thank you for adding me, So the third one is like, no, thank you for that. Thank you for adding me. So it's like a reverse. Instead of saying you're welcome, no, thank you. Hey Sandhya, thank you for, adding me in Facebook. No, thank you. Thank you for adding me. So you are returning the thank you. And The second thing is like more or less like a casual one. Hey, thank you so much for paying the bill. That's all right. It's like, it's okay. Or, no worries. Hey, thank you so much for helping me. No worries. It's okay. Then again, going to the typical British thing. Don't mention it. Like, it's okay. Don't mention it. Like we say, no mention please. So same way, a little bit more stylish, British English. Don't mention it. Oh, it's not. It's okay. Don't mention it. Or, thanks for, remitting my fee. Or thanks for this food. It really meant a lot. Anytime, Britishers say anytime, And another one, the American one, thank you so much for serving such a delicious food. Sure. It's like, sure, it's okay, that means sure, means it's okay. Yeah. So now I'll just rewind it again. Thank you, we will say you're welcome. So instead of you're welcome, what native speakers use? First thing I talked about the British thing, you are very welcome. And second, American, no problem. And other than welcome, no, thank you. No. And a casual one, that's all right. Or no worries. Hey, thank you for adding me. Hey, no worries. That's all right. Okay. Now, again, the typical British thing. Thank you for doing that. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Or they say anytime. I'm ready to help you anytime, or I'll be always there for you. So anytime. And American thing. Hey, thanks for doing that. The third one. I'll give you a situation here. Okay. Your English teacher is speaking to you, or a native speaker is speaking to you. Okay, suppose I'm British, okay, I'm talking to you. Hey, what's up? Everything all right? Are you okay? So you didn't understand that slang, or you didn't understand the dialect. For example, if I'm saying, blimey, I'm so grotty about it. That's like a typical British English. I'm gobsmacked, So these are some certain British terms. So you didn't understand that. So what do you say? You didn't understand that particular thing. So you'll be like, normally in India, we say, I didn't get you, which is totally a wrong English. Again, what we call Indianism. So either we should say, sorry, I didn't get it is wrong. You should not use that. It's again an Indianism, like last topic how we talked about Indianism, Indian English and all that. That's not the way how you speak. So we normally say I didn't get it. But the real thing is like, how should we say that? Like a normal way. You didn't understand that. Sorry, can you repeat that? Or you say like, I didn't understand that. Okay. So now what are the alternative for sorry, can you repeat that? Or I didn't understand. What else can we say to them? How can we speak like a native speaker? So sorry, can you repeat that is common, or I didn't understand is also common. What are the other ways, other way to talk? So like a native speaker, sorry, that means you didn't understand that. The native speaker was talking, native speaker is talking to you. Oh, I'm gobsmacked. Oh, look at the weather. It's like, it's kind of grotty, I don't feel good. So you are like, sorry. So the native speaker is aware, okay, you didn't understand that, So one is, sorry, I didn't understand. So that means I didn't understand. And other than like a formal one, excuse me. Yeah, but excuse me can be in two terms, okay? You can say, you can take it the way, excuse me. That means it's understood with your eyes, with your expression, it's understood. You didn't understand, excuse me. But some cases, if you're offended, if you really didn't like that, excuse me, the tone is different. Did you notice? The first one was, excuse me, with your expression. So if you're offended, if you really didn't like the way that that person spoke to you, excuse me, what do you mean? So you have to take care of the tone as well. So here it's, excuse me, that means I didn't understand, excuse me. Yeah. So one is sorry, the other one is excuse me, the other one is like again formal, pardon, I didn't understand, pardon. Yeah. Okay. And the fourth one, you can be more polite, I beg your pardon. means I really didn't understand. Can you repeat that again? Or can you, I really didn't understand you. So it's like, I beg your pardon. It's more like a request, you know, much more positive. I beg your pardon. And the other way, what was that? Sorry. What was that? I mean, I didn't understand it. What was that? Sorry. Yeah? Is that clear for you all? And the other point, what did you just say? Sorry. What did you just say? That means I really didn't understand what you said. You know, what you said, I didn't understand. So, what did you just say? Okay. Last but not the least, you can directly say, I didn't understand. Please, could you say that again? You know, I didn't understand. Please, could you say that again? So, instead of saying, that is wrong, what you said, like what normally we say, I didn't get you, which is totally wrong. Just cut short that, we don't need it. So instead of saying, sorry, can you repeat that? You can say, sorry, excuse me. But again, I told you, excuse me can go to a different context also. But here, excuse me, or a formal one, pardon. More polite, I beg your pardon. Or what was that? Sorry. Or what did you just say? Sorry. Or I didn't understand. Please, could you say that again? I didn't understand. Please, could you say that again? So, these are the things what we should say, and this sounds like a native speaker. I hope the session was clear for you. I hope it was informative for you. So, I think you will be using these in your day-to-day life instead of how are you, instead of you are welcome, I didn't get you, which is wrong, like can you repeat that? So you can use this different terms, you know, in your daily English. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you all are enjoying it. Thank you from Norway. The time is 10 o'clock. I need to sleep. Bye bye. Have a nice day for you.